Patron. Money in my pocket and I'm all up in this zone line.
Hey guys, Agent Nigadori here. Sorry I haven't uploaded anything in the past, I think like 2 or 3 days. I've been preparing more stuff, and since you guys liked the What If Grimlock was in Naruto, I decided to continue it. So today we're going to be talking about the Purple Death here, a dragon that has actually appeared in the How to Train Your Dragons comic titled Ragnarok. So this serpent is meant to bring, this dragon is meant to bring Ragnarok, and it's actually a pretty interesting dragon here. It's in the barbaric archipelago. It's in the barbaric archipelago. You know, with Alvin the Treacherous, Dagger, or you know where the berserkers used to be in the series. So honestly, I think we should all know where this lies here. Now, the Purple Death is actually extremely powerful. It's a title class dragon, and it's very big here. It's called the Purple Death because, well, it resembles what if the Red Death was underwater here. This means it should be in the same family as the Red Death and the Green Death, but it's a title class dragon here. Now, I could get into tiering and everything where this dragon takes place, and this actually makes, this might have been the strongest dragon to ever show up in the franchise here. It's got fire breath like any other dragon here, except it's just massively more powerful than even a Red Death here. It's actually so durable that nothing can affect it. Cannonballs actually just bounce off it like it's nothing, and dragons can't affect it. Zipplebacks, monsters, nightmares, gronkles, natterheads, even Toothless himself can't beat this thing. Yeah, this thing is just massively more powerful than any dragon. The only way they were able to beat it is with a Chain Wing's hypnotize ability, and they just put it back to sleep here, which actually goes to show how powerful this creature is here. So this thing is just absolutely ridiculous in general, alright? If you need a dragon that can hypnotize, another dragon to take it down, that should be enough for you. So let's talk about this thing's just strength-wise in general. It's actually able to cause seaquakes. Now, seaquakes should be, the considerable same level as earthquakes, but here's the thing. It causes them casually. Like, how Godzilla could just step, and then it causes an earthquake across the city, just leveling it? It does that, but on a much higher scale here. I believe if this thing chose to exert itself, it would probably knock a continent off balance. Probably literally sever a state off a continent, if you know what I mean, right? So this thing was just massively powerful, able to cause seaquakes. And if we scale it to other dragons, it's possible that it's above even the Bewilderbeast. Possibly above the Forever Wing. Definitely above the Red and the Green Death. Alright? So yeah, honestly, that should give you guys a real good glimpse if you want to think about it here. So it was actually just immune to dragon fire, something that hurt the other dragons, like even hurt the Red Death and the Bewilderbeast. Yeah, the King of Dragons, even lost a tusk to Toothless and these other dragons, while the Purple Death was just nonchalantly fine from an assault like that. Even, the outcast Imberg fleets were just, nothing compared to it. It didn't even flinch when being hit with cannonballs, alright? The same cannonballs that would be able to hurt a Bewilderbeast or the Red Death. Yeah, nothing would affect it. Nothing. They would bounce off, and it would be, just minor. So it's a title class dragon. It lives in the barbaric archipelago, and you guys should, be able to know that it's known for creating seaquakes. So this dragon, actually leading up to its adulthood, I do think that, just like the Red Death, it would eat everything in its path. I do believe it would eat, aquatic dragons. So this is like the sea shocker, speed stingers. I think it would probably eat groups of speed stingers. Like they're nothing more than a pack of sardines. Scoldrins, thunder drums. There actually are bigger thunder drums that are actually like the size of whales. So yeah, that should give you guys a good glimpse of how this thing is probably doing. As for other dragons that it might interact with, I do think that maybe once in a while it will come across a bewilder beast. Bewilder beasts are known to swim to their location. They're not known for really flying here. Red deaths, I don't think it would actually encounter a red death. It would probably be a rare occurrence, unless the red death is like flying over water and then the purple death decides to snatch it out. Should be little to no problem. Green deaths, nah, they're a little more mild mannered and they actually like their locations though. They're actually much more peaceful than the red deaths. So yeah, they're literally labeled as the red death's less aggressive cousin here. So yeah, it would be known that this thing is in the legend class of dragons here. Now, in terms of competition, I do believe this dragon may have fought, things like submaripers and shellfires. These things can be tiered very easily. I do believe the shellfire and the submaripper will be above the screaming death, who is able to burrow and destroy entire islands like they're nothing. Yeah, there's literally tier and scaling in the verse here. And the Purple Death actually counts as a continental threat due to the fact that it's able to cause sea quakes, which would be able to shake the archipelago. I would actually say that this thing would probably encounter submarippers and shellfires. Not probably not intentionally, but if they run into each other, I do think they would fight each other, or the submaripper dash shellfire would flee in terror. These guys would be able to, again, I would probably put them around, they would definitely be large city to about mountain level ranges and attacks here. But again, the Screaming Death was able to destroy islands, and it's a much lesser dragon than they are. So I would definitely put them around state level. Go from island, definitely above island to state level, due to the fact that the Screaming Death itself, even though it's born every 1,000 years, the Screaming Death by itself can destroy entire islands like they're nothing. Like, it literally can tear through islands like a hot knife through butter. Yeah. So honestly, I think it would be encountering submarippers and shellfires more, considering these legendary dragons will count as a species. Yes, they are rare to see, but at the same time, they're pretty cool. I do think that they're at least enough out there to the point where encounters with the Purple Death would be well known here. As for other dragons like Forever Wings, those who can't fly, I do believe they would probably become prey. I don't know. I do think legend type dragons of these kind of calibers would choose to avoid each other. But, we actually saw How to Train Your Dragon 2. Drago's Bewildered Beast was pretty much, pitted against Valka's, and we saw how that went, right? So these legend dragons are not far above scrapping. As we saw in the series, the Shellfire and Submaripper literally are able to duke it out. Even though the Submaripper wasn't even a Titan class, and yet it was still able to beat the Shellfire, which was, I think, a Titan wing, right? So honestly, yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about this dragon. I mean, tier, Continental, pretty easily. Durability level, definitely Continental. It should be able to sever and be able to take attacks from other dragons pretty easily, including the likes of the Screaming Death. As for versus content, you guys, want me to put it against other creatures here. It'd be very difficult for me to find proper creatures. I can't put it against even Monster vs. King Ghidorah because that's a multi-continental battle. Same with pretty much some of the monstrous creatures I can put up against, but not some of the main ones. I can definitely put it up against some of the lesser Monster Hunter monsters, although it would have to be very balanced. I might give you guys a Legiacris battle if the Naruto what if Grimlock was in Naruto Part 2 doesn't really come out. I could also put it against Encalagon, or just do Encalagon versus the How to Train Your Dragon verse. I could possibly put it against some of the MCU characters as well here. Maybe some DCU characters, albeit I'm not a big fan of DCU because of its, you know, it's not as successful as the MCU here, and it would just be, a dishonest to it, honestly. So, yeah, I honestly think that this thing is just ridiculously powerful. And yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And I'll see you guys later for the next video.